Alrighty, folks, we got another new album review for you today, and this one is the long-awaited third album from Scorpion Child. I saw the end as it passed right through me. Nice, minimalist. Get some lyrics in there. Credits on the back. So this is a heavy blues rock band out of Austin, Texas. They formed in 2006 as an acoustic duo with singer Aryn Jonathan Black and Asa Savage. Then in 2010, Asa Savage left. Aryn Black added 4 more members, and they became a heavy blues rock band. And then in 2013, they released their debut. And then they released their second album in 2016, Acid Roulette. And then since then, they've gone through numerous lineup changes, broken up, reformed, broken up, reformed. Asa Savage is now back in the band playing rhythm guitar. You have Ryan Henderson on drums, who joined in 2022. Adrian Arostone on lead guitar, who joined in 2021. And then Garth Condit, who plays bass and came on board in 2018. So now they're back with their third release. So let's dive into it. The first song is called Be the Snake. Starts off with your classic Scorpion Child heavy blues riff. But then it kind of goes into this vocal delivery that's very reminiscent of Silver Sun pickups, which kind of caught me off guard. It does pick up the pace and the heaviness after the first chorus. It's got some nice screaming guitar at the end, some good heavy bass drumming, heavy bass and heavy drumming. Also at the end to close out the song. That's going to be a common theme in these songs, where they kind of start off a little slow and then speed up towards the end. The drummer, Ryan Henderson, he's stellar on this release. He's constantly driving the songs forward. Really good drummer. Second song is called Actress. It's almost got a cult love type guitar vibe. I was thinking electric because that is where Scorpion Child got their name from, the lyrics in Little Devil, which is on electric. Now this has and it's not the jangly guitar of Duffy, but it's got that similar tone that it is on the Love album. It's got some driving bass and drums again, pretty catchy chorus. But you're already starting to see that this album isn't sounding as heavy as their previous 2 albums. Their debut is really heavy blues. You could even say there's some metal moments in it. They were compared a lot to Led Zeppelin, Uriah Heep, Rainbow, some Black Sabbath. They even did a cover of Hole in the Sky for Black Sabbath tribute album. The second album, they lost a guitar player, added a keyboard player, so that Uriah Heep prog type influence came in more to that album. It was still pretty heavy, but I wouldn't say as heavy. I've heard some people say they thought it was heavier, but I didn't think so. Losing a guitar player and adding a keyboard player only gets heavier if that keyboard player is John Lord. So already in this album, it's not sounding as heavy as their previous 2. Still good, but maybe instead of heavy blues rock, we're just in the blues rock era. The next song is called Outliers. It actually starts off very reminiscent of the breakup song by the Greg Kihn Band. Every time I hear the intro, that song pops into my head. The drums start driving the song halfway through. You get some tasty guitar work in this one. Another catchy tune, catchy chorus, catchy tune. Then See the Shine is the fourth song. It's got a whispered guitar, whispered vocal with love type guitars again, I'd say. Very mellow tune, and this one also has hints of Rival Sons in it coming through. Rival Sons influence here and there in this album. Maybe they're taking some cues from Rival Sons. Excuse me, and they're the way Rival Sons do their blues rock. But this one is, you definitely hear the Rival Sons influence pretty prominently. It kind of, again, this is the longest song on the album. It kind of keeps that meandering, melancholy pace for about the first 4 minutes before speeding up for the last two. The Starker, it's got this cool drum intro with some echoey vocals. Then it switches into high gear, and you're like thinking that it's ready to take off, and then it just kind of fades out. But it does come back with some furious drumming at the end. It saves the song. The next song is called Wired Corpse. It's got a good chorus, some good catchy guitar, some nice crunch at the end of the song. Godskin is the next song. It actually has a riff in it that reminds you of latter day Soundgarden, like maybe something you hear on Down on the Upside. It's got some nice guitar and drum breakdown there in the middle of the song. And then the last song is Hanging Sun. It's got more of that Rival Sons feel, but it also has kind of a melancholy 90s, like say if a grunge band was doing an acoustic number, that kind of feel in there. And then it has this like minute long just audio outro. So this album kind of leaves you wanting. I'm still going to give it an 8 out of 10, but I would say that it's barely scratching that 8. The songs are good. There's some catchy choruses. There's some nice guitar. Aryn Black's got a great voice. Like I said, there's some great drumming on it. Good guitar on it. It's just the songs, they're not as strong, definitely not as strong as the debut. The debut is a killer album if you haven't heard that one. And I don't think it's as strong as Acid Roulette, the follow-up either. There's a lot of these songs that start off strong and leave you wanting more, or they start off slow, but then by the time they pick up the pace at the end and the song ends, they're leaving you wanting more. So, like I said, it is a good album. I saw the end as it passed right through me. It's definitely softer in tone than the first two albums, I would say. Like I said, maybe more in the ballpark of what you'd hear from Rival Sons, as opposed to the really heavy blues that they were playing, heavy blues rock they were playing on their debut. But if you're a Scorpion Child fan, I think you'll find enough here to like. So that's Scorpion Child. I saw the end as it passed right through me. 8 out of 10. You guys have a good one.